We are going to get started, being respectful of everyone's time this afternoon. I am Judge Peters, and I am here again with Judge Chaffin to celebrate your recovery. Recovery is not a small feat. I've learned that over the years. You've taught me a lot, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. I welcome you here today again to celebrate Cameron, David, Samantha, Jerry, Anthony, Justin, and Jody. We have in this room supporters. This community is truly supportive of those people who wish to receive assistance and recover. We have, I know that in our recovery court, I think we have 4 or 5 treatment providers. Judge Chaffin will be able to tell you more about what's going on in common pleas court. I know that my team, we have prosecutors, we have defense attorneys, we have law enforcement officers who are here in this community to celebrate you and to support recovery. I don't want to get into it too much because I'd like to call forward Judge Chaffin. He has some things he'd like to say and he'd like to recognize his graduates. Judge Chaffin.
Thank you so much. Elephant in the room. I'm real new. And I sat here last year, and I think a time before that, to see drug court graduation because I wanted to know more about it. And for people that are in my program right now, they've heard me tell the story before. But when I was learning about drug court, before I got on the bench, I asked somebody, I said, hey, how many people do you guys have, or what's your capacity at the court? What's your capacity? And he said, about 20. We fit 20 people in drug court. And I said, well, how many people you got in there? He said, around 8. I was like, 8? Why don't you have this thing filled up? Why in the world would you not have 20 people in this drug court? And what I've learned, my ignorance walking into this, is that you don't sentence people to drug court. Everybody's not right for drug court. The people that are in drug court is the very small fraction of people who raise their hand and say, I want this to end. I want to make a change. And it's something that I try to reinforce with the people that are in my group, is that you can take an easy way out and just say, you know what, that makes sense, I'm going to get back to what I'm doing as fast as I can. It is hard. 12 months. And to ask for the change, not just drugs and alcohol, the changes in everything in life. And let's face it, as human beings on this earth, change is hard for all of us. And so I'm honored and blessed to be able to work with this group. I agree with Judge Peters. I'm learning more every day. But I'm lucky and honored to be working with people that have made that commitment and raised their hand, because this sure as hell is not easy. And I know we're celebrating graduation today, but the changes that you have made in yourselves are for lifetime, and nothing ends because of graduation today. This is just your starting point moving forward. I know, in seeing some drug court graduations and seeing other things, a lot of times the focus is on, I remember when you walked in my door, right? Which I understand that's part of history, but I'm about looking forward. And I think, what Judge Peters gets all the credit for this, but I'm an old man, I can't see. But on top of the invite today, don't look back. You're not going that way. And I think that is a great mindset. We all have a past, but let's look forward. So I'm really excited. Now, I've had some help from Kelvin, who, before I go much further, I want to thank Officer Kelvin Hedges for the people that are in our drug court program. She's doing service not only to the court, but to the community. And it's her drive that really makes the program work and come to this court. So thank you. Officer Hedges. I tried to get her to come up here and talk a little bit, but you'd be shocked, anybody knows her, you'd be shocked to know that she wasn't excited about talking. So, Mr. Harrison, from the center. This is a small token of our appreciation. I didn't get to know you very well. I got to know you well sitting here last year. 98 times, clean as a whistle. It's something to celebrate. Some words used to describe Mr. Harris. Driven, big personality, kind of guy I get along with, and he's a hoot to work with. David, I'm really excited about your success. Excited to meet your family, last year and talk to them today. But things are heading. You want to say anything? Big personality. Go ahead.
Oh, man. Well, it's definitely not been, it's not been short. None of this. Started off going to PARS from jail and then left PARS, decided to go do my thing, which wasn't the right thing to do. And, I was blessed to have Kellen as a probation officer. She gave me another chance. Blessed with PARS for not, giving up on me. I put a lot of work in over these since February 2nd, 2022 is when I went to jail. And Mr. Josh, you've seen the whole fucking thing, man. All of it. And I'm just blessed to have come over to the good side, you know what I mean? Instead of running around, I told my old lady, it was like nothing bad. So I was driving at like 9:30 the other night. I'm like, this does not feel right being out past dark. anything that's fucking didn't happen after 9 o'clock, you probably shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? So I said, fuck home. And, I was blessed to have my brother, my little brother works for Turner Construction, and since February 2nd of 2022, I've had a job lined up for me there, and I got in with the union. I'm now training 15 guys how to hang doors on steel, and safety week, I went bald. My old lady told me to shave it because it looked better, so I did. And so this week's been kind of hectic with the training and everything. I got, so many blessings. I got a little baby girl, I don't know whose they are, but we got 5 kids. Well, six of them between the both of us, so and the rest are boys. And, one of my biggest goals while I was an inpatient was to get back into my kids' lives. And they're here, they're here, everything's coming into place, man. And for those of you guys that are just starting off or whatever, like I said, it takes fucking forever. So, I'm telling you, just be patient. And that coming from me, I'm very impatient. So, I learned what patience was, and just breathe, just breathe. That's the advice I can give you. If you think for 1 second that it's just going to end once all this shit happens, it's not. It continues to go. It just depends on where you're going to take it from here, you know what I mean? And I spent my own willingness homeless for a very long time. And, I live home now, that's my home right there. I get to see her and my kids all the time. Cameron, and we grew up together, man. Come see you, me, just come all this way. It's a big accomplishment, man. And I like to thank everyone who's been there that did not give up on me. I really appreciate it. I love you for all my work. That's done.
Samantha Allen.
Small token of appreciation. Now, we're going to talk on for a while.
I want you to have a microphone.
I have something that I really wanted to read, but I'm not a proud person.
You're not going?
I was, my counselor really is, and I was wondering if she could come up with me and read it for me. Please.
And while she comes up, let me say a few words. I got three words to describe Samantha. First is 132 negative tests. She doesn't quit. She's a fighter, and perseverance comes to mind. And I think you and I don't know each other real well, but you have a story to tell about how we know each other. So I'll let you tell that story. But no, I'm very proud of you and how far you've come.
Thank you.
And I'll hand it over to you.
I'm gonna let you read this, but I'm just gonna do it, so please, for me, like, I'm shaking my mind. I'll just talk about how I met this gentleman here. So I was having a really bad day, and I was coming to this, the last celebration that we had here. I was really late to show up here, and I sat down, in the only seat available, and, he starts talking with me. He's like, asking me about the program and, what do I really truly think about drug court? And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, and I originally thought that, I thought it was a setup. Like, when they told me that I was gonna get drug court, I thought that it was a setup just to get me to go to court, right? And I'm like, this can't be real. But, when I explained to him about the program that saved my life, we went on, we ate, and I'm like, so what part do you play in this program? And he's like, I'm gonna do a common pleas judge. I'm like, oh. So anybody that knows Judge Neese knows that, he's a stickler. Me and Shannon have been sentenced by him multiple times to prison, and I know Shannon feels just like I do, like we never thought we'd be here, right? Not us. And so it was just really crazy that I sat next to this gentleman who is the judge as well. I can't even stand at the podium in drug court, I get this golf ball in my throat still yet, and I just can't talk. But yeah, it was crazy the way that we met.
Snuck in on
Yeah, he really snuck up on me. But I do have some things that I want to say, and I don't know that I'll be able to do it, so my counselor is going to do it for me.
Are you sure? 'Cause I think
I'm positive.
Okay.
I promise. Okay.
Many of you know parts of my journey, but I'd like to share a bit of my story for those who don't. At 40 years old, I've encountered life's challenges with 6 prison numbers. One can say that I grew up there, starting with my first incarceration at only 18 years old. I have struggled for decades with this monkey on my back, begging for a chance to go to treatment, but I was told I wasn't worth the bed space, that I was a train wreck and I was going to die, yet no one wanted to help me. When I was first offered the chance to join drug court, I seriously thought it was a ploy to get me to show up to my sentencing. As I often ran from the courts, knowing my fate was always the same, the fear of returning to prison loomed over me, as it had so many times before. I know I wanted to do something different, but I didn't know how or where to start. Yet something changed this time. Someone recognized the potential in me that I couldn't see in myself, and for that, I can never show my gratitude. Drug court opened a door I never knew existed. Spending 3 years in this program has taught me that it isn't a race, but a marathon. Once I opened up and got real honest with myself, I began to embrace the opportunity for growth. Achievements that once felt impossible became part of my reality. I regained my driver's license after nearly 30 suspensions and worked intensely to pay over $5,000 owed to various counties. Now I'm proud to drive a 2016 Chrysler 200, and it brings me joy to have made on-time payments for almost 2 years. I've even had a decent credit score. And believe it or not, someone gave me a credit card. LOL. I found a stable place to call home, a significant milestone I maintained for a year, and finally, after 7 long years of not being able to smile, I got dentures which helped me build confidence. The most meaningful part of this journey has been becoming the mother my children deserved. For once in my life, I feel like I'm actually living life instead of merely existing. I strive to be a role model to others. I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in psychology with a concentration in addiction at SNHU. And I'm thrilled to share that I'm finishing my first semester with a 4.0 GPA. This journey has allowed me to stand by my mother during her battle with cancer. Being there for her in those difficult times enabled me to become the rock our family needed. When I laid her to rest, I did so carrying no regrets, finally knowing that I made her proud. Finally, I was able to care for her like she had my entire life. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who supported me along the way. Thank you, God, for guiding me. Judge Niche, William Greer, Miss Williams, John Vance, Kellen Hedges, Pars, Terry Michelle, and all of my sober sisters and friends. Most of all, thank you to my family, Mom, Dad, Hayden, thank you, Aurelia, Skyla, and my cousin Cody, and Uncle Terry for believing in me when I struggled to believe in myself.
Now I'm going to hand it off to Judge Peters. I don't think Judge is here.
I just had to look up the number. Well, first of all, I always love this celebration. Tomorrow my face is going to hurt from smiling, but I always cry. All of my participants know I cry because I just care about this program and I care about them so much. And I really love that. I love the words that you said, and that's what that's what this is all about. I just had to look up the number. Our 4 graduates today have 2,096 days between them of days substance free. And I think that is Justin here yet? Okay, Justin's on his way, but he worked in Dublin today, so he's stepping track. Let's have Mr. Anthony Rosalillo come forward. Anthony has already said, this is my 3rd hug of the day. What are you doing? The 4 graduates that we have today have been rock stars. Anthony, you are one of the rock stars that we're recognizing. When Anthony came into the program, and look at this strapping young man, okay? Believe it or not, Anthony lacked confidence in himself. How many times did I tell you, Anthony, I see your potential. I want you to see it. Almost every day. And I think one of the wonderful byproducts of our program is that Anthony now has the confidence that he needs to move forward and continue to excel. You have been a joy to have in our program. I appreciate your dry sense of humor. I appreciate that you're self-deprecating. I appreciate your commitment that you've had. I appreciate your leadership. You took a real leadership role at one point with your treatment. And we're celebrating you today. Now tell me and tell the people here in the room with us, how many days do you have?
562.
What we have for you today is a card. We have your diploma. And I know you're gonna think this is silly, you and Cameron, but I got you all of our graduates today, a journal. Because I really want you to use this. And it doesn't, and you can put whatever you want in it, just don't see anything bad. And what this journal says on the cover, which I loved, was sometimes you forget you're awesome. So this is your reminder. This is your reminder. And I wrote you a little note in here too. Also, part of what we do in our program is we forgive all the fines and court costs for our participants. So your little forgiveness entry is in there too. Yes. Slide number 4.
My speech is going to be nothing like yours. But I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank my girlfriend, my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, my brother, cousin, everybody who showed me support. I want to thank my treatment team. Without you guys, who knows where I would be. Probably still back out there doing what I do. I want to thank you most importantly. I've seen you quite a few times, and you've offered this chance to me more than once, and I've never taken it. But if I've learned anything, it's just about being open to suggestions and willing to take someone else, what someone has to say, and apply it to your life. And I just want to thank you for seeing what I haven't seen in myself. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for showing up. It means a lot.
Alrighty, let's have, and then and I think Judge Chaffin will agree with this, if anyone else has anything to say about our participants, family members, treatment team members, please, we'll have that opportunity at the end today. I'm sorry?
Probation officer down
Yes, oh, absolutely. The probation officer is a member of the treatment team. By the way, I'm going to back up to David. I came into work one day, and I had a letter from David on my desk, and David had written me a note that said, Judge Peters, I want you to know I got my driver's license, and I kept that. I've got it in my stuff here. I kept it. David, I'm really proud of you. I knew David from just a little fella on the baseball diamond. And it's really good to see you doing so well, David. And you as well. Absolutely. Let's have Jody come forward. Sorry. We'll get you yours. So, Jody, when she came into our program, it was kind of interesting because I'd never seen Jody. She hadn't been in the system, so to speak. And she came in with 2 just close in time offenses. And when I talked to her about recovery court, at least you appeared to be immediately receptive to it. And she is one who truly embraced it from the start. And she has done everything that we have ever asked of her. She has developed into a confident, responsible young woman. She is a wonderful mother. She is going to be a wonderful mother to the child that she is expecting. I've seen her be a wonderful partner to Anthony, and big things in the future, Jody, real big things. I got for you a journal. And this one is a little bit different from the guys because it has my favorite saying on it. It's a Winnie the Pooh saying. Always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you will ever know. And that, Jody, is how I feel about you. Congratulations.
Well, I'm not gonna say much because, I'm gonna blame this on the crying, but, I had clean time before, almost 8 years actually, and then, life happened and I messed up. I got in trouble for the first time. And I remember seeing you, and she looked at me and said, "You are broken and you need treatment, not jail." And that day, I really believe she saved my life, and she saw me, and I wouldn't be where I am right now without you, so I appreciate you a lot. Gosh, it's the baby, it's not me. And not only changed my life in that way, but in other ways too, like I got the strength with, I went through ACM, Another Chance Ministries. Jeff was a part of my journey there too, and graduated there, and that healed me in a way that I needed and have never been healed, and has given me opportunities that I never thought I would have. I'm just very grateful for Danny and everybody, and my boyfriend and his family. I'm grateful for an opportunity to be the best mom I can be to this baby. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Cameron Keating. Oh, Jody. How many days do you have? 537? 511. So I don't forget, how many days do you have?
485.
This one's going to be extra hard for me, I think, because we will all admit that Cameron is the lighthearted, witty, funny one in our group. And he has certainly made our groups interesting over the months. Cameron, when he entered our program, I'm not so sure you were really, were you really on board? Were you convinced that recovery court was for you?
Yes.
See how much he's learned? You have been wonderful. And I've told you that time and time again. And you nod your head and say, okay, Judge, if that's what you say. But, yeah, I'll take your word for it. Cameron has done, again, everything that we've ever asked him to do. He's got a great job. He's a wonderful father to his children. He is, I think, and I'm going to have Michelle, I'm sure, is going to want to talk, maybe Danielle, about Cameron. We've just enjoyed you. I don't know what else to say other than we've enjoyed you every single minute of this ride. And I'm proud of you. I have for you your diploma. And again, you know, I write things, so I wrote everybody a little note. And in Cameron's, I just want to kind of share with everybody because I found this phrase and I immediately thought about Cameron. Whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, Just remember how far you have come. Remember everything you have faced, all the battles you've won, and all the fears that you have overcome. And I never, never want any of you to forget that. Congratulations.
I don't know what to say. I have a fear of public speaking. It's public.
Yeah, right.
It's public. I came into the program. Okay, I was in jail, and I didn't want to be in jail. And I was blessed to have a counselor that went above and beyond and probably stepped on toes to get me into this program. Because everybody else didn't think that, which I mean, I'm not gonna say they didn't think I was gonna make it. I gave them every reason to think that it wasn't gonna work out. 'Cause I mean, looking at the track record, I would have been like, oh, that ain't gonna work for him. But she's been my counselor for years. She let me do it every way that I wanted to try it. And then she came to me in jail and she was like, are you done? Are you ready to take suggestions? To do it somebody else's way. So I said yes. So I did anything and everything they asked. If I didn't want to do it, that probably meant I needed to do it, so I did it. And it's been working. The program helped me more than I thought it was going to. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't, I didn't think it would hurt, but I was like, man, it's not going to help all like that. I just want to get out of jail. But I was truly blessed to be in it. And because of the opportunities that was coming to me from being in this program, with the help they gave me, and just overall, just letting somebody else take the wheel, because every time I touch, I wreck the car. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I get to be a part of my kids' life. I get to give them real gifts. It was just getting trauma, which it builds up. It will give them a good sense of humor when they get over it. Other than that, to the people that believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, you are appreciated and patient until I could see my potential. And that's about it. Thank you.
Justin has not arrived, is that correct? What? Justin!
I've had a rough 2 weeks.
Oh, no. Justin Harwood, how many days do you have?
539.
So Justin has been the, I'm going to say the mentor in the group. From, I think, the time you came in, shortly after you were employed. You were extremely active in your treatment and became a leader in coordinating events and organizing events and just doing all kinds of things. And I see a change in Justin this time that is absolutely astonishing. And we all love what we see, Justin. Your son is here to celebrate with you. So you have your family support, you have the support of your group, and I really, really see big things coming from you in the future. Big things.
So I'm a workaholic. That's why I was late today, because I was in an accident yesterday and the boss man said we had to get a job finished, so I went and finished the job regardless of what the doctor said. which is why my oldest isn't here today, because he got called into work else. Both of my kids will be here today, and that's the greatest gift that my treatment team, recovery court, and the group of people that I was in recovery court with has given me, is the ability to be a great father to my children and to learn how to parent properly. And I am so thankful to God and recovery court, like Matt and I have joked several times, like, let's go commit a misdemeanor so we can get put back in recovery court, because of all the things that it has done for me and helped me do, like get my driver's license, which I don't want to drive anymore because since yesterday, my anxiety's been on the million. But I'm grateful to have been placed in recovery court, and I thank you immensely for the opportunity to do it.
Congratulations. I want to again congratulate all of the graduates. I also just want to mention one more time that there is tremendous support in this community for you. In our court system, all three of our courts have a program like this. Judge Harsha is here. Thank you for being here today. Obviously, Judge Chapin and myself, we all have dockets designed to assist in recovery. We have support from our public officials. We have with us today city administration. We have Mayor Blanton. We have her second in command, Brenda Short. We have our prosecutor here, our county prosecutor, Ms. Fountain. We have Mr. Chamberlain, assistant county prosecutor. These people are here. We have Assistant Law Director Keith Brewster, who is an integral part of our treatment team. He's there for every single session. I would like to briefly introduce my two, I don't know what I'd do without, Danielle Puckett, who is our Recovery Court Probation Officer, and Rochelle Cooksey, who is our coordinator. And then we have members of our treatment team here who I would like to call forward at this time if you would like to say things about our graduates. Just to let everybody know, because I have received multiple requests, the meatballs are grape jelly and chili sauce. Michelle, do you want to come forward?
Where should I start? Cameron, let's start with you. Me and Cameron go back for years, and it took me, I'm not sure how long, but it took me years to convince him that I wasn't a cop. He had such little trust in treatment providers, in the system, and I think that sometimes he still has his doubts. But I've been undercover for years. Thank you for giving me a front row seat to watch you do what you said you would do. I remember coming to see you in jail and you told me, I remember something you said in group, which any treatment provider can confirm, that when somebody remembers a group from months ago, it's like, oh, you were listening? That meant a lot. And I had no doubts that you could do this. I just had to convince you. I'm so proud of you. Words can't express how proud I am of you, Anthony. So proud of you. Years ago, I was praying. It was, I don't know how many years, but I was praying for Cameron, I was praying for Anthony, and I was praying for another individual, and I was praying hard because you guys were in risk of dying. And I'm happy to report that God heard my prayers and everyone's sober today, even the third person that's not here. So it's nice to remember that God still hears prayers. Jody, I'm so proud of you. I think you're the best mama ever, and I can't wait to see your baby. I enjoyed working with you. Sam, that was such a beautiful letter. I'm really excited to see what you're going to do in school. I think you're going to touch many lives, and I can't wait to see it. David, she's beautiful. Congratulations. Justin, congratulations. Keep it up. You're going to do big things. I enjoyed going snow tubing with you.
Is there anybody else who'd like to say something? Charity.
My name is Charity Osborne. I'm a counselor at Hope Valley Recovery. I've been Anthony's counselor since I came there in April of 2024. I think the hardest thing about Anthony is how you spell his last name. And I learned over this time, put enough S's, I's, and L's in there, like you get it pretty close. But everything that Judge already said about Anthony, he's very charismatic. He grabs the attention of people. And at times when maybe I wasn't getting the point across in a group, Anthony would just take over. And he made that connection with his peers to where they would get it. You know what I mean? At times they see us counselors as exactly that. We're the counselors, we're the authority. And so when you can have people like Justin and Cameron and Anthony and all of these guys that can step up and talk about their own journey and where they've come from and where they're going, it makes a massive difference for the group as a whole. And so I just thank you so much for being able to step up and be that person. I'm super proud of you. You know, the other thing about recovery and recovery courts is the longer that a person can be in a program, the better the outcome. And so it's proven that this works. And so I just encourage you guys to continue with whatever has been working, figure that out and continue on that journey. Because you so deserve it, your families deserve it, and you guys just have so much to gain from all of this. So, thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to say a few words? Don't be shy.
I'll say something.
All right, great, Jeff.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff. I'm a peer supported at Another Chance Ministries. I want to congratulate all you guys. And I'm in a kind of unique position because I've actually got to know a lot of you guys on a more personal level outside of drug court. I see some of you at meetings. I see some of you at church. So I'm just really grateful to get to know you guys, and I'm proud of you guys. Jody, I met you originally at Hope Valley when I came in to speak, and you told me you were coming to ACM, and then you were a part of this program. So to see how much you've grown in that time, I'm super proud of you. I think you're going to be an awesome mom. I know you were dealing with the adversity you've overcome, like with your other kid. I'm just super proud of you. I think you're going to do awesome, and you got a good glow about you. Just that pregnancy glow. I remember when that was me. No, proud of all you guys, and I'm grateful to be a part of this. And I think it's proof the drug court, I think it's the foundation, and then in combination with some other stuff, I met another person it's Raquelin, who's going to be graduating this program soon. So that's like 2 for 2 on saying what this program can do. Because not only are you guys staying, clean, sober, whatever you want to call it, not only are you guys doing that, but you're like being productive, and I feel like you're taking steps to try to keep your recovery and your relationship with higher power, God, again, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm proud of you guys. Bunch of real yoinkies.
All right, is there anyone else who'd like to say a few words? Of course, yeah, I always have a few more words to say, don't I?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michelle Blint, and I'm the mayor of the city of Circleville. But I have the opportunity to actually have a part in this people's journeys similar to yours. Unfortunately, their stories did not end up the way yours did. My 2 oldest children are foster children who I had the privilege of adopting. And after I adopted adopted those children, we lost both of their parents to overdoses. And so I want you to be encouraged that you have done well and that you have worked hard. And for your kids, it is life-changing. And so today I just wanted to encourage you from somebody on the other side that didn't have the outcome that you have today, that you are encouraged by me. And if you ever need anything, my current office is at the corner of Franklin and Court Street, but we will be moving down Franklin Street a little bit, but please stop, and I would love to speak with you about what this means to me and our family. Thanks.
I had a group of third graders, several groups of third graders come through the court, for their little court tours with their teachers over the course of 3 or 4 days. A couple weeks ago, and interestingly, one of their first questions is always, did you put away the bad guys? Did you send the bad guys to jail? That really hurts me. Because what I told them and what I'm telling you and what I tell everyone that I see, the people who come into our courts aren't bad guys. They're not bad guys. They're people who have made mistakes in life. And everyone that I'm looking at here and celebrating today, I want to remind you that you're still the good guys. And you still have opportunities to do things in this world. And I'm confident that you will. So today, as Judge Chaffin noted, is the beginning of your new journey. And you can control the paths that you take. Judge Chaffin, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, just congratulations. The stories are really moving. It makes me more excited about drug court and hearing everything else, and maybe looking for ways for us to work together a little more in the future. I hear they go whitewater rafting, so we got to get in on it. Yeah.
We ran a road race in the fall. We ran a little 5K. We do good things. We're glad to. All right. Everybody have safe travels, and I thank you very much for coming to celebrate today.